need quick deploy parachutes, quick rockets. We have to land. We have to be safe. We have to save these Kerbals. Hello guys, I'm Orbiter, your Welsh engineer, and welcome to Kerbal Quest, part 30. Return from Duna, then going to Duna? Huh? Okay, we'll find out. Anyway, if you remember in the previous episodes, we got Matt Damon, Bruce Wayne, Walter Jimenez, Senpai, Dinoboy38 Gaming, Doodle Woe Plays, and Spellmaster 45 to return to Kerbin. In actual fact, I think Spellmaster 45 wants to stay at Duna. So what I've decided to do is target the space station, which we named codename Aequian Rescue, and get him on the way to that station. There we can drop him off, then head on the way back to Kerbin with the other Kerbals. Okay, let's get into comments as we're doing that. I'm trying to get a maneuver node as close as possible. You can see by here, I'm trying to line it up and using the +1 orbit and -1 orbit as well. Makes for easy use. Anyway, let's get into the comments. As I said, Monkey Taylor, hello. I haven't watched your videos in a while. Unhappy face. There's no problem. You know, for some reason, people watch videos and they stop watching videos at some point. It may be because I wasn't interested enough at the time, or maybe that you found someone else that you could watch on YouTube and you enjoy more than me. But anyway, welcome back and hello, Monkey Taylor. I believe you're still down. I think you're on Val at the moment. I can't remember where your Kerbal is. Anyway, let's go. We've got next Poplar, the Killer Team. Hi, I like your videos and you are the best. Keep on going. And he says, can I be a Kerbal? You are a Kerbal. And in fact, I don't know where you are. I'm not sure if you're on a mission. I don't think you're on a mission. By there, I'm just checking to see if you've got a Kerbal inside that small lander there, which we used to land on Ike in a previous episode from this. Not the next previous one. One before the previous one. Anyway, let's get Spellmaster 45 on the way down to the station. Let's get some lovely shots and get ourselves on the way to the station. It's a really small station. I think we have to build this up a bit more. I've been neglecting the stations that I started off, but they serve their purpose in that they house Kerbals and leave them there for the time being. As you got Nostra Orbiter 2. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Parker Aequian, which was rescued from Duna, which in fact, I think what we're going to do is send Aequian on its way towards the Duna A Good Job NCC-01 spaceship, and then send him on his way. Anyway, from Joseph M. Fourth! Is that... Don't you mean 4? When you hit a golf ball, it's 4, not 4th? Yeah, I think you got a bit confused there. There's no problem. It's easy enough to correct. Anyway, BTG02, do you recognize my name? Your name's BTG02. Man, you have cruel parents. No, I know. Yeah, I recognize your username. Yes, I do. Don't worry. I'm just messing around. Anyway, from I won't even know, sorry. How much Delta V do you need to bring an asteroid into Kerbal orbit? I've tried before, but I always ran out of fuel. This is an interesting one and probably needs a bit more explanation about Delta V. Using air quotes, Delta V. Now, Delta V is not your typical, you know, how much fuel you've got. Say you've got a ship with 100 Delta V, well, 1,000 meters per Delta V. You dock to an asteroid. Now that Delta V will change as the Delta V of this rocket change when I decouple those parts. And what it is Delta V is relation to the mass and how much fuel and the ISP rating of your rocket. In other words, that 1,000 meters per second, when you dock to an asteroid of a certain size, the mass change will cause your Delta V to drop. So even though you had 1,000, it's probably now down to 100 meters per second. And the thing is, if the asteroid is far enough from Kerbin, it doesn't take much to alter its course. But say you want to get into orbit, the best place to do that is close to Kerbin. Anyway, those Kerbals are on their way to Kerbin. Let's launch some more Kerbals on the way to Duna. Yes, and this time I've decided to build a large lander, as you can see on there, and an addition to our space station, because I feel it's a bit lacking. We'll get into what Kerbals, or who we put on this mission. You can see you've got Joseph M. Watney, Andrew, and a couple of other Kerbals which we'll name on the way up. But here we are. Anyway, Joseph M. Watney, Andrew, Logan Hartman, Defunk Oak 12, Joshua Reddin, and who else? Go on, click. Coupler I.O., Addison Unsworth, Ed the Gamer, and Dem Peppers. Yes, those Kerbals are going to be going on their way to Duna. They're going to be in the large lander, except for two. Two Kerbals are going to go in the module onto the space station, and that is a little bit wobbly. That scared me like to hell when I launched that. But for good measure, I did put a load of struts on it, and it held up under all the strain. So yes, awesome engineering skills I have. Be awesome. Anyway, from Tersby or something like that. I hope that's right. Hey, great video as usual. Can I be a Kerbal, please? If so, call me Ben Fiorino, and put me anywhere you like. See you in the live stream. Yes, I think you did. Did you see me in the live stream? I hope so. That'd be awesome. Anyway, let's first off pass Ike, give her a wave, and then get ourselves into orbit around Duna. From no one here, R.I.P. Kerbals. Yes, in the last episode, 2 Kerbals died, and in fact, I think one of those Kerbals is on this mission. Was it Logan Hartman? I can't remember. But don't worry, those Kerbals, if they're dead, they'll be resurrected. That is the name of the game. Respawn is switched on in my game. From Tam 5005, can you say something backwards? Oh balls, I was planning on to prepare something for this, but I wasn't not prepared, so here it goes. Stroogab near Moss, yes, knack. And that is, can you say something backwards? Said backwards. Okay, that was terrible. I should have prepared. But there you go. This is off the cuff. Doing post commentary, by the way, not live commentary. Terrible live commentary. But there you go. And here we are at the station. We just done the maneuver node. We got close. And Duna station here. Yeah, I renamed the station. I thought about this. And what the problem is, when you get a craft with a different name, you dock it to a station, and sometimes that craft will be the dominant name, or if the station's the dominant name, good, because the station name will stay, but sometimes the other craft will change the name of the entire station, so you have to keep on your toes when you're doing things like that, and I wasn't at the time. From Owen Do De here. Home day here. Orbiter, can you send me to Elu? In my entire KSP career, I have never been there. No problem. All Kerbals who have been asked to be added shall be added and be put on their way towards their destination at the most convenient time. Now, I've changed the structure of this series in that rather than doing multiple missions at the same time, which normally ends up being, too much, and I haven't got time to do any other videos, I've decided I'll do a structure like this, like returning a current mission from Duna, and we're sending one to Duna. So therefore, I'm not doing too much. Well, this took a bit longer than I thought it would, but there you go. It would have taken less time than if I decided to send multiple modules to Duna. But all Kerbals who asked to be added will be added. I'm not sure what we're going to do for version 1.2. At some point, I'm going to have to change up. If all the mods aren't there, then we'll have to do something and say, okay, we'll have to do a new series. So that's only if I can't get all the mods upgraded. From Fennec Foxy. Hey, I would like to be on Duna. Name Mason. No problem, Mason. You shall be added to the Kerbal Note structure and whatever else. I don't know where I'm going with this, but you shall be added and you shall be trained up for your mission. Where did you say you want to go? I don't think you said. So, yeah, to be on Duna. Another one for Duna? Bloody hell, Duna is getting quite popular. It used to be Jewel, now it's Duna. But there you go, that's where the craze goes. I suppose someone heard about the alien life that's on the surface, and that's why I built this big, large lander. It's not really the reason, it's just I wanted an excuse to land people on Duna, like Elon Musk wants an excuse just to land 100 people on Mars. Perhaps it's people he doesn't like, I don't know. He hasn't said yet, because he hasn't given them a mission. He obviously hasn't given them a return craft, that's for sure. Anyway, Danish, I hear. Danish, I hear, okay. Love your videos, awesome, thank you, that's cool. From Axel, I called you Alex last time. AS, it was Axel, not Alex. At least he thought it was funny. Anyway, we're coming in for landing, and I realised the parachutes aren't going to be enough. We're at a too steep trajectory. So let's hit the parachutes and use the rockets at the same time. Luckily, nothing exploded. Everything seems to be holding together. Even though I used the struts on the outside, I was very convinced this would fall apart at some point. No, I would have thought it was during a launch, but no, it's fine, it's cool. As always, my engineering skills hold up to their own. Anyway, let's get all the Kerbals out, and look at that blue sand, that's awesome. Yeah, that would deserve a postcard, I think, back to Kerbin. Anyway, from Jeremy Stone, hello. Anyone who have a working version of MechChip, can I get it to work? Can't get it to work. Oh, I sent you a link. That dev version does work. Some people say they couldn't get it to work, so I'm not sure what's going on. I installed the dev version when I had 1.2 before I upgraded to 1.2.1, so I'm not sure if that was a problem. Oh, and look at this awesome ladder configuration. Yes, I thought I'd do something cool for that, and yes, I put ladders there not for you to jump off, you silly Kerbal. Ugh. So yes, anyone who wants to know, in the previous... I might put a link in this episode, I'm not sure, for MechJeb. But it's a dev version of MechJeb, so you have to... You know, it's not the final version, so there may be bugs with it. That's the only warning. Anyway, from Spellmaster45, who just gone into the space station up in orbit around Kerbin. Duna, sorry. Just wanted to say, your videos give me a reason to get through the week. I depend on them to live. Joking, seriously, I love your videos. Don't stop making them. Thank you, that's awesome. Now, I don't think I'm as up there as professional, but I do try. I decided, well, one thing I'm not good at is talking, but one thing I may be good at is interacting with, commenters, YouTubers, and whatnot. Although my social media skills are still lacking. I have to work on that, I suppose. Anyway, after that time lapse, I decided we better move the rocket because landing legs started exploding. So we load all the Kerbals on there. And here we go, launching to another area. Just checking a few things. And... well, I can't remember what I was checking by here. But it must have been important because I'm not doing anything. Otherwise, launching. Going sideways. Yes, I remember. I was trying to debating which direction on the nav ball I needed to go. As you see to the left there, it's a bit flatter. It's not so... it's not so much of a slope on it. In other words, it's flatter. I couldn't think of what to say there. Well, let's get ourselves retrograde. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard. Come on, don't crash, don't crash. This is normally where things go wrong. And I repacked all the chutes just to be careful, just to be sure. No, it was 7.4 degrees slope. You can see on the readout on the top left there. 1.8, yeah, that's what we need. Quick, deploy parachutes. Quick, rockets! We have to land. We have to be safe. We have to save these Kerbals before they die. And I hope we got enough fuel to get back into orbit. I think we do, actually. May even have enough fuel to get back to Kerbin with this thing, with the amount of Delta V. But slowly, bring it down slowly. We'll not be able to move a landing spot again. Oh, no, don't go up. Do not go up. And slow. Ooh, we have touchdown. We have returned. That is awesome. Oh, the Kerbals can breathe now. One tip as well, when you're landing like this, don't use MechJeb SAS, because if you hit retrograde, point at retrograde, then it'll point at retrograde. As soon as you start going up, it'll say, oh, retrograde's going the other way now, I'll better turn the rocket. But if you have the if you use the Kerbal, oops, damn, you broke a panel, you stupid Kerbal. Logan Hartman, that's coming at your wages. But anyway, don't use the MechJeb SAS because it'll easily point at retrograde. Use the stock Kerbal SAS system, because when you hit retrograde and you kill your velocity retrograde and the retrograde goes another direction, it'll switch from retrograde to keep the rocket pointing in one direction mode. So handy landing tip there. Anyway, let's get into another comment from Everett Dalton. This mission played out like Apollo 13. There was an emergency, they fixed it, and they landed. That's awesome. Yes, in the last episode, we had a killer asteroid coming in for Kerbin. If you want to watch it, hopefully I'll put a link perhaps in the end of this video, and you can go see it. But we had a killer asteroid on the way. We done a mission to try and prevent it from hitting Kerbin, and to set it into an orbit because we can use it to make a base around Kerbin. So that is what we did. However, returning, 2 Kerbals died. Oh yeah, before that happened, an emergency happened. I'll let you watch it. It's probably a bit more funny if you watch it than me telling you that. Anyway, from Tam5005, last comment, question mark. No, there's 2 more comments after this one. But before we get into that, we've got to return to Kerbin. And when you return to Kerbin, I'm always a bit unsure at what the altitude is, the best altitude. You can see we're at 60 kilometers. Luckily, I have a mod installed, and it's the trajectories mod. I can't remember what it's called now. What it tells you is your trajectory after you enter the atmosphere of a planet. And that'll tell me if either I'm going to get into the atmosphere, swing by and miss landing altogether, or am I going to land on Kerbin at all? At the moment it's hard because the mod won't show up because it is flickering, and here we are. You see the red line? That is when we're going to enter the atmosphere. Awesome mod, one I recommend you install, one I'm going to make sure, and if you look, see, it's showing me there that it's going to lower my orbit, and in fact I'm going to land. Now by here I decide, right, it's going to show me where I'm going to land. Let's have a look at the red line. Oh, we're going to land no close to the KC. This was wrong. This was not what is going to happen. And a very good reason why, after we stage this stage, because we don't need it. Right, the very good reason why is that Kerbin rotates. It doesn't just stay still. It rotates, so that means the landing spot will change. Right, by here, what I'm doing, I'm rotating to point retrograde, not just because the heat shield will be pointing retrograde, and well, yeah, we're into the atmosphere, but also, what I want to do is control our periapsis. Now, what has happened is I've staged the rocket, which has pushed the craft a bit faster, so we're heading faster towards Kerbin, because of the orientation of the craft while we decoupled. That means our periapsis will be slightly increased, so that's one thing we're going to have to alter. Also, I was very interested by here in trying to get as close to the KSC as possible, and as I said, that line doesn't represent where we're going to land. I should have been looking for the X. Anyway, as I'm doing that, let's get into non-KSP talk. any of you guys, hoping to watch, looking forward to watching the Lego Batman movie? I reckon it looks cool. I really enjoyed the other Lego movie. Now, it's not one I would overwatch again and again, but I really enjoyed it. It was stupid. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It made me feel like a kid again. So yes, I'm looking forward to Batman Lego movie. There is no other Batman. Anyway, let's get into some comments. Jebediah Kerbin. Hey, thanks. Can you bring me to Lathe? I could. Yes, I could indeed. And no problem. Alright, from Gavin Campbell, which is the last comment on the list. Big thank you for including my Kerbal in this mission. I was piloting as that makes playing the somewhat erratic maneuvering. Lol. That is talking about the last episode where we had some problems and we were about to crash into... explosions happened, things went wrong, and Kerbals died. That's all I'm gonna say. Pity we didn't all survive the return journey, obviously. But I hope to be blown out into space again. Explosively. Looking forward to more hilarity. I mean, adventure soon. All the best, Gav. No problem. Yes, and this is the point where I realised that landing spot was on the X. And yes, we're not going to land anywhere near the KSC. So there goes the plan for so awesomeness. So anyway, let's carry on with this. Let's fast forward time, get ourselves into the atmosphere of Kerbin. Now, I've changed the format of these videos, made it so that it's the single missions, and I'm trying to make them I'm going to make them a bit longer as well. That way, as you can see, we've finished the comments. I'm not struggling to finish the comments at the last second, and I can just talk about the game, what's happening here, what we're going to do for the future. I have no idea. I'm also trying to redo some tutorial videos, so you may see some of them later on. I think one's going to go next week. Anyway, here we are. We're going to enter the atmosphere. Matt Damon, Bruce Wayne, Aquian, there in the pilot seats, or at least on the visual visors, because we couldn't afford the screen real estate to put all the Kerbals on there. We will survive. Or at least that's what we're hoping. Will something go wrong? I don't know. So there's some of the more Kerbals. Walter Jimenez, Senpai, you're returning to Kerbin on a long mission that you spent studying the Duna solar system and its single satellite. The effects. What happened to the planet? Why is it now dry? These are questions we hopefully answer once you bring back the scientific data. But you must survive. You have to survive this. And it looks like you have. Awesome stuff. So anyway, guys, welcome back to Kerbin. I'm doing this all. I put my hands in the air as if to say, yay, cheer up, we've done it. Mission success. All we have to do now is survive the re-entry into the ocean. But that's easy enough, because we're now at subsonic speeds. And look at this thing, it flips the hell out. What the hell is going on? Oh my god. I don't think these Kerbals are going to survive. Open up the parachutes. Quick, slow us down. SAS on, RCS on. What the hell are you doing? I think Matt Damon is doing a celebratory roll. Matt, you're supposed to roll the other way, not... That's a twist, not a roll. I don't know. What is a twist? What's a roll? What is a sausage roll? Oh, and there's no way I could stop this. I thought the parachutes would help. I can't jettison the heat shield, because sometimes that hits the bottom part, because it's going to travel slower than the entire craft. So I have to wait until the parachute's fully open. So there's nothing I can do, but here. Just hope to hell you all survive. parachutes are open. Yes, you have done it. Well done, Kerbals. You have survived. Whoa. Oh my god. We have X-ray vision. You can see under the ocean. Obviously, this is a glitch in our Eve, what do you call it? Environmental visual enhancement mod. So yeah, that is probably a bug. I should do something about that. Hopefully it's not so bad in the new Kerbal Space Program version 1.2.1. And yeah, so from here I suppose I should say, if you want more of these videos, subscribe and you'll see more in your feed. Now if you want to be a Kerbal, add your name below. I'm Orbeta, trust me, I'm an engineer. And welcome back, Kerbals! We've done the mission to Duna successfully.